Welcome to the first Moonlight Crafter video. In this video I will show a few projects I'll be working on and sharing the progress with you, a few purchases I've made, and explain a little bit about what my channel is about and what I will feature. Okay, first up, products I've purchased. These are from Dollar Tree. I believe this is the third year they've had these out. I know the first year in 2020, I believe was the first year they had them out. My daughter was at home that fall, and I remember painting these. I painted them for her class last year. I painted the pumpkins for them. This year, each one's going to get a ghost. And they also have a witch's hat, and I couldn't find them prior to shooting this video. But I have 3 Halloween trees, and I need decorations really bad, so I'm going to do some really cool things with them and put them on my tree. Okay, this pumpkin is also Dollar Tree. It's not a current Dollar Tree pumpkin. This one I picked up at a thrift store, I believe for like $1. It's had some rough treatment, and it's probably got most of that in storage. But I do a lot with these. They are foam, and I generally paper mache over them. I do have a pumpkin reaper that needs some repair, so we might get him out and do a little bit with him as well. My main media has always been paper mache. This is a bat, and you can see he has not been stored well. He's got a wing flapping. He's missing an ear. And I have a gargoyle, a small gargoyle, and he is unfinished. I actually made a couple of these and I finished them and give them away as gifts. These were from Stolloween online classes, which unfortunately I believe he's discontinued this year. But I've taken, I believe, 4 or 5 of his classes, and I've learned a lot. Learned a lot about techniques. Before that I was pretty much self-taught paper mache, but he showed me a lot of techniques that have really helped. And I want to finish these little ones up and possibly make a big one. Like I said, unfortunately, he no longer has the online classes. There, however, is a YouTube video by an artist named Scarecrow Joe, and her bat is really similar to this, so I will link to her video below, and you can watch along with that as well. She also has a troll, a pumpkin, and I believe a pumpkin reaper, and there's probably other videos which I've forgotten about. Okay, this is sycamore bark. I'm going to attempt to craft a faux animal skull out of sycamore bark. Will it work? I don't know. This stuff's pretty brittle, as you can see. Breaks off really easy. I'm going to try soaking and molding it. So, I don't know if it'll work or not. This will be an experiment. And this is another project I'm working on right now. I like the concept of junk journals, but I would rather have them more functional. I do some greeting cards, mostly Halloween. Most of my stuff will be Halloween. And this journal, I started on it. It is based on a Craft with Norma. Either Craft with Norma or Crafted by Norma. She has 2 channels, but I'll also link that in the description. And this particular book has a little closure on the end. So basically this is cardboard. I've covered over it with some heavy craft paper, masking tape holding it together. The dark stuff you see there is homemade walnut ink, and I will be making some of that before long. That is my walnut ink I made 3 or 4 years ago. I really don't need any more, but the walnuts seem to be plentiful this year, and you might as well take advantage of them while you can. Okay, that's pretty much it for the projects I'm working on at the moment. I thought I would share a few things I've purchased. I was at a craft festival yesterday, and I bought a Mothman. I am from West Virginia. I'm from Central West Virginia. And Mothman is more the western part of the state, Ohio. Well, towards the Ohio side. So I've never actually been there where the Silver Bridge collapse was or anything. But this is Mothman, and this is actually going to another state. It's part of a Halloween gift exchange I participate in. And this person likes cryptids, so I figured I would send a part of my state with her. So this is Mothman. This is also going to a Halloween friend who likes cats. And this is a little skeleton kitty. Walmart has them this year. I think they were like $3.98. I bought 2 because I knew my daughter would go crazy about it. Or crazy over it. And these are gift cards. I purchased these at a local shop. They are by another YouTube creator called Dragon Moon Creations. And I watched a couple of her videos and I realized that we're not too far apart. So I stopped at the shop where she sells her wares. And I bought this card. And I bought this card. And these will be going to Halloween friends as well. So that's pretty well it for, I guess, the show and tell portion of my video. What I would like to talk about a little bit is what my channel will be about. It's going to be about Halloween crafting. There'll be an emphasis on paper mache, and there's probably going to be an emphasis on cards in the near future because I'm making several Halloween cards this year. I'm not an experienced card maker, so I'm not sure how they'll go. In the past, I've pretty much hand-drawn some designs. That takes a lot of time. I might incorporate some of that in my cards. I'm not sure right now. What I do want to point out is I do not have a Cricut. I do not have fancy, expensive tools. My card making is basically scissors, X-Acto knife. I do have a paper cutter, a small one. My paper mache consists of mainly flour, water, a little bit of drywall compounds. The most expensive thing is probably the cellulose insulation, which I usually buy at a big bale at Lowe's, and I keep it in a big plastic garbage can when I'm not using it, and it lasts a couple years unless you're really doing a lot of projects. And I also do some quilting. If I show any quilting or sewing projects on this channel, they will be Halloween related. I do stuff besides Halloween, but I want to keep this channel all Halloween. And the brick was simply to hold the cards up. And as far as my paper mache, I do have a few pieces that need repair. I have a large gargoyle that needs a lot of repair. I have several projects in progress. So I'll be dragging them out periodically and working on them. I also garden. And like the sewing quilting aspect, I will only feature gardening if it pertains to Halloween. One of my goals is to create a gothic garden. I don't know if that's going to happen. I have a lot of irons in the fire already. But if it's something I think that would interest the viewers, I will show it. And I thank you for taking the time. I'm sorry for the shaky camera. I had a camera stand and it is just not working today. I think this is my 15th take on the video. But I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you'll stay tuned. I also plan to keep my videos under 10 minutes because I have horrible internet. So, thank you for watching, and until next time.